Now, Foreign Minister Penny Wong met her Chinese counterpart Wang Yi today. Penny Wong did raise the case of the Australian who has been given a suspended death sentence, Dr. Yang Hyung-jun, but his friend, UTS Associate Professor Feng Chongyi, told the Australian today that Labor had, over the past 2 years, prioritised trade with China at the expense of other principles, at the expense of human rights principles. Richo, this is true, isn't it? We've barely heard the Albanese government say a word about the human rights atrocities in China.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. I mean, the relationship with China is an incredibly difficult balance for Australia. It's never easy. They are the country that we have to plan against for an invasion. Our subs are out there to sink Chinese ships, and yet they're our biggest trading partner, and we need them. It's a balancing act that Houdini would be flat out managing. So good luck to any government trying.
Well, Michael, I think other governments have handled the balancing act better, put our sovereignty first. But, Penny Wong's denying that there was any quid pro quo ahead of this visit by Wang Yi. But there is reports that the Albanese government dropped its anti-dumping case against the Chinese windmills just last Friday. Plus, we saw the Trade Minister Don Farrell on Monday claim that New Zealand is now our most trusted ally. So do you believe Penny Wong when she says no deals have been done?
No, I think it was a wink-wink. When you're dealing with communist countries like China, repressive regimes, it's like smoke. You never get the full story. You never know what's going on. They talk in double Dutch. The foreign minister from China refuses to give an interview here. Penny's speaking in, that sort of foreign policy double speak. Obviously, there was a wink-wink. The Chinese media are reporting that it was a wink-wink. If you drop this, we'll drop that ban on the wine and lobsters. So something happened behind the scenes. That's pretty obvious. But of course, Wong has to come out and deny it. But as Richo said, this is a very difficult relationship. By the way, the long-term answer to all of this, and it's easier said than done, given what we export to them, as Richo said, our biggest trading partner now, over the next 20 years, Australia has to wean itself off China. You can't continue to be in an economic relationship with a repressive regime that is advancing its military interests and strategic interests throughout the Pacific region, and us pretend nothing's happening. I mean, as Richard says, our subs are out there to sink Chinese boats, but at the same time we're sort of breaking bread with them. It's a clash of civilizations, and ultimately it will come to a sticky end. Yeah, it can't continue.
No, and it worries me so much that we hear every day, basically from Penny Wong or other members of the government, criticism of Israel, our friend, our ally, our democracy, and yet no criticism of China. I mean, it just seems like all of the priorities, particularly in the foreign policy space, are in upheaval. Michael Kroger, Graham Richardson, I appreciate your time tonight. Thank you both so much.